Baskin Robbins, Sweet Moses, Dairy Queen, and I'm going to say Grader's is number 2 and Mitchell's is number 1.
Oh, we forgot handles.
I've never been there.
Okay.
Can you imagine if someone said that at a funeral when they were getting the pallbearers ready? All right, you got to lift up this casket. Oh, we forgot the handles.
And then a cousin just gets down on his butt and just goes, "It's all right, I got it." And
just
like
kicks
kicks
it
it down the hill.
And it goes right to the river. They're like, "Was this a water funeral?" No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, it is now.
And you just look down and it's me out of the coffin going like this. With my hands out, dragging in the water.
Are you in it?
We also forgot the body.
Yeah, and you just see me like walk up and just sigh and then take out a bow and arrow that has fire on it. Just let it go, and then it just goes down the river. And I look at everybody like, "We tell nobody."
Nobody. Welcome everybody to episode 46.
Has it been that long already?
I say. Yes. It is 46 episodes, I do declare.
Isn't 46, isn't 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 is the number of trees out in the woods across from my house. Woods is 4 letters.
I've never
and
heard these numbers
also
before.
is 4 letters is like, and you should like and subscribe to this podcast wherever you listen to and give us a 1 after 4 is 5. A 5-star review.
See how he's constructing this now? It's so masterful. It happens before we even get into it. He's masterminding how to get this plug in.
This is how many of I don't have many, but this is how some of my conspiracy theorist friends have logic.
Yeah.
And 5 is the number of strands that was out of place on Trump's head. We're getting Iceland. What about Greenland?
Never getting
it's
Iceland.
Yeah.
I was watching the news this morning with Graham, and one of the segments was, and Trump would like to buy Iceland, but unfortunately Iceland says it's not for sale.
But unfortunately, Iceland said, back off.
Yeah. How you doing, bro?
You know how I'm doing. You know what just happened in my life.
You're having testing. I understand. Welcome to the least stress-free hour of your week.
This I had to fight for this one.
Yeah.
Because Shelby, so we didn't do groceries over the weekend because my dad came to visit. So that was
awesome.
that was like hanging out with my dad and his wife and their stepchild, or his stepchild, her child. And he leaves on Sunday and I just sit down on the couch and I go, and Shelby's like, so groceries, huh? And I'm like, and I said, I'll do them Monday. And then I scheduled them for today. And then I get off of work and I'm like, all right, you're going to have to get the groceries, Shelby. I'm doing a podcast. Then I'm running for 2.5 miles and then I have to cook dinner. She's like, oh yeah, I'm picking something up off a marketplace. So
I'm going to need you to go ahead and go cook dinner for everybody. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm like, do you want Fat Seth back? Because this is how you get Fat Seth back.
She does. And it's not fat. It's husky.
It's adult medium boys husky.
Yeah, there you go.
That is the t-shirt. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
So your dad's there.
He was.
He was. Oh, okay. I was going to say, he's probably sitting right off camera, isn't he?
He's...
In like 2 seconds, he's going to be like, all right, Garrett, hit me some of that gravy garnish. And he's got a microphone.
He just throws something across the... Yeah, he's just in the corner eating. My dad is really into beets. And I'm not talking like from Dr. Dre.
Not Dr. Dre?
Yeah.
Okay.
He
you mean Fruity Loops?
Yeah, he sends me a picture. And he's just like, oh, we're actually FaceTiming him. This was like a week ago. He's like, oh, I'm eating beets. And his teeth are black. Okay. And then he shows me the tray. He's like, doesn't it look like there's blood in this? And I'm like, thanks, Dad. So I'll be seeing you next weekend, huh?
Yeah. Hey, at least he has interests, right?
Yeah. Do you hear that howling in the background?
Yeah, it's here too.
Yeah, that's my cat.
Oh.
That's Peppermint.
I thought it was the weather. I thought her name was Snowball.
Nala, it's Nala. She likes to go down to the basement and just howl.
Yeah.
And ask questions.
How is Mufasa and Snowflake? How are they?
It's been like 2 years. How do you not know the name of my cats? I don't even have any kids, Garrett. This isn't hard.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, Simba.
We could put you on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire for $100. It'll be, what are the names of Seth's cats?
Yeah, I would sit down immediately and what's his name? Philbin.
Yeah, well, that's what his name was.
Yeah, I would sit down and he'd be like, "Here's $1 million." And I'd be like, "I don't even have to." He's like, "Nope, just get out.
Just please.
We'll pay you $1 million to
We
not play
talked
this."
with a network; they can take the hit. Just go.
Anyway, so
I
took
the question to get the $1 million. The question to get the $1 million is just in front of you, and you're like, wait, hold on, I still have to decide. And Reach is like, wait, no. And all of a sudden the light's going to go, dun, 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 dun. And you're like, well, if I say yes, then I'm going to have to tell Audrey. But if I say no, then I'm going to have to tell Audrey.
I'm like, I'd like to phone a friend.
Yeah. And I'm just in the
You don't
middle
even know what the question is yet.
I'm just in the middle of state testing. I hear, and I'm like, hold on, kids, 1 second. Hello. This is seriously an issue, Garrett.
Yeah.
The answer is clearly, I'll get back to you.
Yeah. So I took the liberty of sending you a birthday card because I've missed every single important moment of your life since you've left here.
You sound like my dad. We just had that conversation.
And been present for all of the least important ones.
Yes. Yeah. Like that time you came down and were trying to celebrate my my master's degree, but you didn't tell me that. And so you made me take you out to just a burger joint because I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah. If you come back, I'm going to take you to a different place.
Okay.
Do you want me to start to open this bad boy?
I was just thinking it would be fun for you to open and read some nice words from me in front of everybody. And
So,
if it's not good, then we'll cut it from the show. But I just figured, you know what? The Biscuits never get to see touching moments.
yeah, it's because they mostly listen.
We're always just constantly attacking each other, and then we save the flowers for when Jack Trip goes off.
Yeah, between every segment is, so how's that segment? I hate you.
Yeah.
So, Biscuits, if you don't know, I recently lost my youth. And it was a thief in the night. And I woke up one morning and I turned 30.
Yeah.
And my left knee was aching immediately. And I'm like, what? Why? I'm like, why do you have to do this?
You lost your youth.
Yeah.
I just pictured you in the forest like Thumper with Bambi, and you're just like,
yeah. I thought you were going to say I lost my youth because I was in the woods with Bambi and all of a sudden Bambi's a boy, right?
yeah, I think so.
And all of a sudden his mom just gets shot and killed right in front of me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, what just happened?
And
My
then Flower's
youth, it's
like-
gone.
Okay. So
Okay.
yeah, go ahead and open.
Well, I haven't read the front. My wife wouldn't let me read the front of this.
I don't know why. Is she that scared of my?
No, I think she knew my reaction for some reason would be better for this.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with the address. I nailed it perfectly.
Okay, well, that scares me even more. So I'm about, all right, so I have this manila mailing envelope, and I'm going to take a look.
Did I get the address right? I got the address right.
All right. Which one do you want me to read first, Garrett?
You can just open it. You don't have to.
To Setherson Myers bot 5000
That's right.
of the Cincy Galaxy
Oh yeah, Sensiborg. Yeah, this is a week ago I wrote this.
from Garrett, and then in parentheses, an Earthling,
Oh yeah.
and then your address.
I wrote that and then immediately went to work.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
It
here
got
we
to
go.
you.
Yeah, I was wondering because you sent me a text message. You're like, all right, so don't open a yellow envelope. It's for the podcast. And I look at Shelby. I'm like, that's even if it makes it here.
Yeah. It's not- we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
I'm like, I don't think he's gonna put a return address.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like that thing where we're typing the agenda at the same time and it says Seth Meyers and it's just backspaces.
Okay, you ready? It says happy birthday.
Yeah. What's it say?
Bro, I hope you have the most amazing time celebrating your birthday. It's on repeat.
Yeah,
You're a good.
as long as the card's open, it's gonna play.
You're a good man and a great friend. Good and great both underlined. And an okay co-host. You son of... JK, you're an amazing co-host. Thank you, man. Gitch. I hope we're friends forever since I can't sing to you. Here's a song.
There you go.
So I have one thing to say about this. Once it
What?
turns off.
Okay, just wait for it. Is it gonna keep going?
Garrett, it's not turning off.
Well, now you're turning it on more. Are you trying to crush it?
It's not turning off.
Are you trying to crush it? What are you doing?
It's not turning off. It's not turning off.
Okay, just go inside and maybe you can disassemble it or something. You like the song?
I am freaking out. Stop!
I kind of like it. Did you pull out? Did you pull out the tab? There we go.
I've silenced it.
Happy birthday.
I appreciate it, dude. Garrett gave me a Taco Bell gift card for... Oh, it's already been spent. And no, I'm kidding. How much is on this thing?
It's actually negative.
Oh, it's $5.
It's -5.
Oh,
They're going to make you pay when you get there.
Thanks. One thing about the card, you didn't put an apostrophe in your.
Oh. The best friends are the most critical ones.
I really appreciate the card, man.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much.
Happy birthday to you. I was supposed to.
I pulled the tab.
It plays for 3 hours.
I hate you.
I'm so mad that it stopped. You have no idea how mad I am.
Oh, well, we have a 50 chance of this thing turning back on in the background as we're still going.
I was honestly worried that you were just gonna take it upstairs and just put it somewhere up there where you couldn't hear it, and that would be the end.
I am upstairs.
Oh, well, to the next floor or whatever, and you just wouldn't be able to hear it, and it wouldn't
Much
be funny
like
at
this
all.
podcast, it's only down from here.
Yeah, but it was supposed to. When you started opening it, I was so excited because I was like, "There's confetti in there."
Yeah.
All right, Seth. You texted me that you went back. For some reason, you went back to where the Muppet and the Country Bumpkin dwell, and I knew immediately that the next time we saw each other's faces, there would be some kind of shenanigans story, some shenanery to rehash.
Yeah, for all you biscuits who don't know, go back and listen to the Muppet and the Country Bumpkin episode. I went to Lowe's and had an experience.
Oh, it was that.
Much like one goes to a church and realizes they're handling snakes, I was shocked and couldn't get out. So this time...
They just close the door and they tie the actual snake around it.
Yeah. Like, how are we going to lock it? They're like, are you kidding me? You know what type of church this is? And they just take a snake and wrap it around the door. I went to Lowe's with my father because we were looking for a part for something for the house. And we go the first time and we come home and we realize, oh, shoot, we measured it wrong. It's actually 1.5 inches, not 2 inches. So we had to go back. And
he never taught you measure twice.
He didn't measure the inside of the pipe. He measured the outside. And he was even like, oh, I didn't measure the outside. I didn't measure the inside. I measured the outside. And then he's like, okay, we got to go back. And I'm like, okay. So we leave the first time and everything's fine. And I'm shocked. And I'm like, why? What? I'm like,
why is this going so well?
And well, the first time we go there, the parking lot there's like a space of it that is completely blocked off. It has some traffic cones and like a giant rectangle with cinder blocks holding the traffic cones down with caution tape around the whole parking lot. Do you know what was wrong with the parking lot?
It was becoming a Chick-fil-A.
Nothing was wrong with the parking lot.
Oh, okay.
Nothing was wrong. I don't know. And I'm thinking like, man, they're certainly going to do something here or something's going to happen here. And thank God I'm not going to be here for it.
Yeah.
So then we go back the second time.
You just show up and it's that rock monster from Neverending Story. And you're like, what's happening? He's like, nothing.
Yeah.
And then he just eats a rock and it just falls down on your head and you're like, ah! You're like, you should have obeyed the caution tape. You know the Never-Ending Story?
No, I don't.
Oh,
actually.
dang it.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, it's cool.
Be older.
One biscuit might know. So I'm leaving the first time with my dad. I'm like, wow, something extraordinary is probably going to happen here, and I don't have to be here for it. Well, we go back the second time. We get out of the car. And we're walking, to go inside of the Lowe's. And all of a sudden you hear, "Kakoosh!" And you see this maroon truck go over a cinder block, breaks down the caution tape, knocks over a traffic cone, and tries to park inside of the blocked off part of the parking lot.
Just because it's some rebellious Cincinnati living.
No, because as she's turning around the car, you see this tiny woman. She's not even that old. She was probably like 60, maybe 58, and like a flannel and like a snow cap on, just looking around. I don't know what the heck was wrong with her. And then she backs up and she parks in a parking spot. And then she kind of looks and it's like, oh, wait, is this a cautioned off part? Well, there's like this giant dent in her car and a broken cinder block. And she backs out. And then she breaks down more caution tape going forward.
This is becoming like the Cartoon Network, like one of those shows that just got sillier and sillier, and the characters just more and more ridiculous as they're added.
And then she pulls up like to the front of the store, and I'm like, and my dad's trying to walk away, like, oh, this is crazy, blah blah. I'm like, no, I want to see how it ends. Like, I'm pulling him back.
and then a bunch of Oompa Loompas start dancing and coming out and going, Oompa Loompa, you are a doof. And just pick her up.
Yeah, and they're just like taking her away. She's just laying flat.
Yeah, and she's like, but I want a golden toilet plunger now.
Yeah. But she was pulling up to the front of the store like she was about to drive in through like the doors.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and my dad's like, oh, let's just get inside. I'm like, no, I need to see how this ends.
She's like, this is a handicap store, correct?
Yeah. So she eventually goes and drives away and we get the part that we wanted. And we're still just talking about it as we're looking for the part. And then we go to the checkout line, which is can also be customer service too, and it's quicker. So we go, and she's standing there with a shopping cart full of all the most random things I've ever seen from a Lowe's. Like you don't know if she's doing interior work, exterior work, plumbing, gardening. We have no idea.
Yeah.
And she's just standing like bewildered, kind of talking to the guy at customer service, is like trying to like talk to her, and Dad's like, isn't that the lady who? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, it is. And then I start walking away because I don't want anything to do with this.
Yeah.
And I'm walking away and we're at the checkout line and, we're just checking things out because we're not thieves.
Yeah.
And
then does the Muppet show up?
No, thank God.
He's like, lady, you should really try to build one part of your house at a time. M&Ms are really fattening.
None of the things in your shopping cart's going to fix the truck.
None of the things in the shopping cart are going to fix your idiotic brain.
Yeah. So we leave, and as we're walking out, I'm like, all right, check. We just had a really crazy moment at Lowe's. That makes sense. And as we're walking out, all of a sudden we hear
What?
And also we hear a guy like, and we hear a guy say, "Oh, you gotta be kidding me!" And we turn around, and this dude in one of those like drivable shopping carts, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The battery died right in the middle of the parking lot where all the cars come through.
Oh my God!
And he's like,
it's like the Bermuda Triangle,
yes.
But it's the home improvement version of it.
He goes, out of all the places for this to happen, and he's like trying to scoot the cart forward. It's not going. And my dad turns around and he looks at me. He's like, so not a dull moment here, huh? And we get into the car.
Every time, Dad. Every time.
We get into the car and he's like, wow, you just look all around here and you see the product of inbreeding, huh?
Yeah.
I'm looking at him, I'm like, not
like, are you
another word.
Yeah. Are you referring to inside the car or outside the car?
Yeah. So I can't go to Lowe's.
Yeah. No, you should try Home Depot next time.
And
it's a lot more sane.
I want to bring you with me.
Yeah.
Next time you come down here, I'm like, Garrett, we have to go to Lowe's.
But if you bring me, then we're going to be the show.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate.
And everybody's... You're just going to be like, wow, Garrett, we've been here for 20 seconds and nothing's gone wrong. And then all the, all along the whole warehouse.
I was picturing it. Domino effect just goes down. That's exactly what I was about to say. Like, and you're there and you have an open Snickers bar and you're like, I just opened the candy wrapper. That's all I did.
And you're like, come on, Garrett. And you're like, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. I did a grenade too.
Yeah.
And it's the pin is just out.
Yeah, the pin's just out. I was like, Garrett, throw it now. And then the Muppet is just shaking his head. And then you hear on the Muppets podcast, this time on the Muppet and the Country Bumpkin, 2 morons coming to Lowe's.
Yeah, well, the Country Bumpkin guy, he's kind of like a big fat guy, right?
He's not like big and
like
fat.
A cowboy,
he's
like
bigger.
Like a husky cowboy.
He's like something you would find out of Appalachia.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So he's like bigger, but
it's
he's
funny
not
how accurately that described what happened in my mind just now.
Yeah, he's not like, because country like cowboys, there's class to it.
Yeah,
Appalachia, it's no pun intended, the Wild West. I guess the Wild East, because
it's wild.
Like this dude, the Country Bumpkin looks like he could have had a red pattern flannel with overalls over him with one strap down. You know what I mean? Like that, and like has like a bottle that has 3 X's on it. You know what I'm talking about? Like, So every time I walk into Lowe's, bad things happen.
Yeah, but it's good for the podcast, so keep going.
I'm gonna make another trip.
Okay. But good for you for taking somebody with you so they actually could witness it.
Yeah, but it was my dad.
Yeah.
So I guess it was like, okay.
Did we never find out what happened? Did we ever find out why it was sectioned off?
No.
Nope.
But I know that whatever it's sectioned off for, it better be good.
Yeah, it's just it's the Bermuda Triangle of home improvement.
Yeah, like
and a seagull flies into it and just goes.
Yeah,
and then Tim Allen's there and he goes.
Yeah. Who would be, because Tim Allen and Home Improvement would probably shop at Home Depot. So like what would be the equivalent of who would shop at Lowe's?
Oh, I don't know. Probably Al.
From Home Improvement?
Can you believe these prices? And he's like, I don't think so, Tim.
Well, I'm trying to think who would be, like, how Mario has a Wario?
Yeah. Oh, like you mean Bizarro Tim Taylor?
Yes. Who would be Tim Allen's Wario?
Somebody who's not clumsy at all, and it would be a really boring character. It would be Audrey. She would be like piling. She would be like stacking up wine glasses like in a pyramid, like a really tall. And then she'd just start pouring apple juice into the top one, and it cascades down. And then I step in a bucket and just go.
Yeah. All right, Garrett, we got more fan mail. Did you know that?
I'm so glad this is happening. For so long, it was just like the deserted ghost town of email.
Yeah, it's like every time I'd get something on the email, it'd be like
a tumbleweed. So
have you at least inquired on your car's extended warranty?
Yeah.
I
love how they're now being polite because they don't know what's going to happen.
I'm like, no, I haven't. We actually got 2 pieces of fan mail for this episode. The first one is from my nephew, Mr. Carson Beller. He's like, and I'm going to get completely obliterated because I don't know for sure by my sister-in-law, but he's like 13 or 14 at the time of this episode, and he listens. And
if you want, I can edit your words together to make them differently. I mean, the video will be screwed up, but it'll be like, Carson is the best nephew ever. And it'll be like, thank you, Garrett, co-host of all time.
It's unsettling. This is why you're not in science, because you would try to bring back pigeons. He gave us 5 different topics to talk about because he's a very, very smart young man.
Would you like to hear the song that I made while I was sitting here half an hour waiting for you?
That was ouch. Okay, yeah, sure. Because now I feel obligated.
Carson, cut Carson's list. Cut Carson. Cut Carson's list. Carson. What do you think?
So we have 5 different things from Carson. He is the firstborn of 9 kids. So my sister and
9.
brother-in-law have 9. And they're cute, adorable, intelligent, and hilarious. So you know what? They're everything you would want in children. There's just 9 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's everything you want.
So Carson gave us 5 different topic ideas to talk about. We're going to go through one per episode moving forward. So the next 5 episodes, we're going to hit one of these.
Cool.
And the first thing Carson asked from us is to rate ice cream places. So
Ben and Jerry's.
So how many? I think we should compile a list of ice cream places. Should we just compile 5 and then rank them?
It's kind of tough because we have to kind of do the ones we only us know, right? Because I feel like the best ones are the small ones, not TCBY.
Yeah. I mean, I scream, you scream, we all scream. It's awkward.
We just scream all the time.
We just scream all the time. Yeah.
There's one at Crocker here called Graders.
We have one. So we have Graders.
That's been it's been in business since 1890 something.
Yeah.
So
okay. How about we do this? I think I know some ice cream places we both know, both in the Cleveland and Cincinnati area.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you wanna write these down?
I think I got it.
Okay.
You know Mitchell's. Yeah.
Let me make a list. So we got Graders.
Did you see that banter biscuits? How he asked me to make a list, and then I said no, and he was like, "You know what? I'm gonna do it myself."
Yeah, I am, because there's no freaking arguing with this guy. Is Sweet Moses still open?
Yes.
Okay, so Graders, Mitchell's, Dairy Queen, Sweet Moses.
Pastor Carl took us there.
Should we count fast food chain ice cream, like McDonald's?
It was like 3 days after we arrived here, and Pastor Carl came to me and Audrey and was like, "Yeah, I'm taking you all to Sweet Moses," and Audrey was like, "Excuse me?" Yeah. And I was like, just go with it. It's better if you just go. And we went as a group, and we all ate together at the same table, and it took forever.
Do you have a semi-sweet Joseph's? What about a mildly sweet David's?
Yeah.
No, just a Sweet Moses?
Audrey goes to the counter, and she's like, do you have any avocado flavor?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I got Graders, Mitchell's, Dairy Queen, Sweet Moses, McDonald's. Is there anywhere else? Do we want to do Wendy's?
Yeah, is that an ice cream place, McDonald's?
Well, I asked you fast food, and you said yes.
Yeah, I thought you meant like exclusively ice cream fast food.
Oh.
Like TCBY.
Okay, Garrett, so we have Graders, Mitchell's, Dairy Queen, and Sweet Moses.
Baskin Robbins? That's like the fast food ice cream place I was thinking.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like everywhere you go quickly through.
Yeah. What are we basking in at Robbins?
It's not like the creamery places. You know what I mean? Welcome to. Where's your monocle, sir?
We have a frozen custard place down here, but you've never been to it, so I can't put that on here.
What's it called? What's it called?
So we have 5 things on our list right now. Do we need to add any more? Or are you feeling good about this?
I feel good about that. All right, so we're going to rank those.
Okay. All right.
Baskin Robbins is no, DQ is last.
Okay.
It's got to be, right? Dairy Queen. I cannot remember one single time I went there and didn't hate myself afterwards.
So your number 5 is Baskin Robbins, then Dairy Queen.
I would say Dairy Queen is next. Yeah, I don't know. Baskin Robbins ain't what it used to be, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I remember as a kid it was a lot nicer. What about you? Do you disagree with that so far?
You give me your top 5. I'll give you my top 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think Sweet Moses has got to be the next one up. I mean, it's cool, it's unique, but like the quality of the cream is not it. And things I didn't think I was going to be saying this morning when I put my feet upon the floor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Mitchell's is my top, and Graders would be second.
So that's Garrett's top 5. I think my top 5 would be at 5 Baskin Robbins, because I've only eaten there like once, and it wasn't a good time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was this when you were 5 or when you were not 5?
I was 19.
Okay.
Yeah. So Baskin Robbins, Sweet Moses, because here's the thing: experience to me matters, and I don't like waiting an hour and a half in a long line to get ice cream at an ice cream shop.
I want to say it's like the melt of ice cream.
Sweet Moses?
Yeah.
Yeah, except Melt just declared bankruptcy.
Yeah.
So, okay, number 3, I would agree Dairy Queen. Well, no, I guess I disagree because that would be your 4.
Yeah.
I think Dairy Queen's right down the middle for me. I think it depends what you get and where you get it because not all Dairy Queens are the same.
They have a blizzard.
Yeah,
So
and not that this is an issue, but just a side note. Every Dairy Queen in the Cincinnati area is run by an Indian family.
Oh, really? Yeah,
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Well, because it's like they do so good with it. Like it's clean and like their food and even like their ice cream is like really like high quality and they have a standard.
It might be the same family, dude.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
All right. So Baskin Robbins, Sweet Moses, Dairy Queen, and I'm going to say Grader's is number 2 and Mitchell's is number 1.
Oh, we forgot handles.
I've never been there.
Okay.
Can you imagine if someone said that at a funeral when they were getting the pallbearers ready? All right, you got to lift up this casket. Oh, we forgot the handles.
And then a cousin just gets down on his butt and just goes, "It's all right, I got it." And
just
like
kicks
donkey
it right
kicks it down the hill.
And it goes right to the river. They're like, was this a water funeral? No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, it is now.
And you just look down and it's me out of the coffin going like this. With my hands out, dragging in the water.
Oh, and are you in it?
We also forgot the body.
Yeah, and you just see me like walk up and just sigh and then take out a bow and arrow that has fire on it. Just let it go, and then it just goes down the river. And I look at everybody like, we tell nobody.
Nobody. Ooh, doggy.
That was a banter bite. Yeah. So I would rank it Mitchell's, Grader's, Dairy Queen, Sweet Moses, Baskin Robbins.
Yeah. You got to try handles, dude. It's one of the few things that Ohio and California have in common besides me. It started out there and it wafted its way over this way, over yonder.
Isn't he a dead German composer?
That's Handel's Messiah.
Oh, no, that's the
it's
song.
It's an ice cream shop. It's
okay.
I don't know what to compare it to. It's like it's like the Five Guys of ice cream.
The Five Guys of ice cream?
Yeah,
okay,
it's like you go in and it's clearly fast food, but you look around and you're like, something's not the same.
Yeah, something's not right.
It's a little odd here. And why is there a pile of peanuts in front of me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like something's just a little odd. It's like very clinical. Like everything's light blue, or not light blue. Like that really like you ever see one of those like those rubber rain barrels? Not rubber, like plastic rain barrels with like that really effervescent blue.
Yes, and they a lot of times will use it for garbage at state fairs.
Yeah, it looks like this blue.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's like that's the color of everything.
Okay.
And
that's weird.
Nobody over the age of 15.
Is it
it's running around like crazy people?
Is it strictly California?
No, it started there and wafted its way out here.
Oh, God help us! It's like you.
Yeah, there's one at Avon Commons. There's one.
Okay.
I think there's like 4 or 5 of them in Cleveland, actually.
Huh.
So thank you, Carson. And hands off the music. That's mine. That's copywritten already.
Garrett, we have some more fan mail.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. We now need to tell everybody, stop sending mail.
No, I love it.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's amazing.
It's past due.
Yeah. It's like all this time we've been waiting and they were just stuck in the mail and here they are.
Yeah, we would open it like an empty fridge in the middle of a garage in summer.
Yeah.
And there would be nothing inside except an old rodent going, I don't know.
You ask me. You tell me. Yeah.
You tell me if there's any questions in here.
Yeah. So we have an email from, I never know, Deanna but then the handle says Dina.
We're going to go with DD the 4th.
D Ramirez, who is awesome, by the way. She's great. She
D
asked us
Upper
this.
Crust the 4th.
So there's a reality TV show, survival show called Alone. And it's basically my teenage years.
Oh, okay.
It's basically just
I was going to say, is this like The Bachelor, but there's only one rose and there's no girls?
Yeah, and he's just waiting, and it takes place inside a McDonald's lobby every episode.
Welcome back to Fox Network, alone. And he's like, yep, I'm really alone.
Yep, I'll take a medium fry again. Sir, this is the 5th time you've been in this place in 5 days.
And he's like, I know. And he hands himself a rose, and he's like, thank you.
Yeah.
And he just eats it.
It's the commitment that really makes me feel good about it. And her question was this. So based on the TV show alone, if you were forced to be on a reality TV show alone, how many days do you think you would survive and why?
Why are they forcing us? Usually contestants have to break their way in.
There's just like two different scenes. One is like of you at work, and then they just slowly have like the cloth full of the thing that makes you fall asleep.
Chloroform.
Yeah. And they try to put it on. Well, okay, let's start with me. They put it on me like while I'm going to the teacher's lounge and have no problem with me, and they just drag me away.
You're like,
but with
I don't need it.
It's like 4 different attempts to get you because you're so like what's the word I'm looking for? Indecisive in life.
Oh,
yeah. So every time they think you know what you're about to do, you're about to go do it, and then you just turn and go the other way.
Yeah.
And they're like waiting to get you.
We're in like a mall and there's a hot topic, and I'm like, can I go? And they just put chloroform on me and put me on the escalator, and I'm like,
yeah.
And they look at you and you're like, all right, are you gonna go by choice or are you just gonna go?
I picture
Why are they forcing us to go on the show?
I pictured they already got me, but with you, like they keep trying to put chloroform on you and they keep failing, and then you accidentally fall down the steps and knock yourself out. They just drag you away. I don't know why we're alone on the show. So we would be alone anyway, right?
Yeah.
So we wouldn't even be with each other.
Yeah, no. You're actually in the same. I've seen like 6 or 7 seasons of this.
Oh.
You go to the same area, and if you can find each other, great. So like a lot of contestants, like they will bump into each other sometimes, or like they'll see, oh, somebody was here, and like they'll see their old, I almost said habitat.
Yeah.
But what's the word I'm looking for? Not homestead. Why is it so hard to find? Campsite. I guess I don't know. What do you call something that you?
Home base?
Yeah, there you go. Like their home base. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, somebody was here, and they'll like stay, and then sometimes they'll come back and be like, oh, I finally have somebody. So,
okay, so here's what I want to do. We're going to pause real quick, Biscuits, and we're going to be back once because here's what Dee's asking us. You are dropped in a remote location alone. So I'm picturing like the lobby of a Kohl's. You must build your own shelter.
We're like on a speed. Usually they open the show up with like a speedboat and like the contestants in the back, and they're in some sort of like Amazon river, like right towards their place. And they throw us out, and we're in a parking lot, and it's just the Midway Mall in Elyria.
Except I'm on one side of the mall and you're on the other.
And I'm like, I can see where the JCPenney letters were.
Where?
And then you're like, producer, I quit.
Yeah. I'm like, look, a friendly dog. And it's Coyote. It's just running towards me. So we're dropped off at a remote location. We must build our own shelter and obtain our own food, only bringing 10 items with you. So what I want to do, Biscuits, is for you, it's going to be no time at all. For me and Garrett, it's going to be a few minutes. I want us to make a list. And I want us to go through. Do you want to make a list of 5 or 10 based on time?
5.
Okay, let's make a list of 5, and we will get back to each other once we have that list of 5 ready. And then we will talk about what they are and why we're bringing them.
Okay, right on.
Okay. Are clothes a given?
No, that's Naked and Afraid.
Ah.
All right, sword.
I thought sword too. That's so
You did?
funny.
Did you change it from knife?
I did not. I almost did. I was so close. I almost put that down. I'm like, no, that'd be ridiculous. How could I haul that thing around?
Yeah. See, I typed up knife, and then I was like, sword.
Yeah. This is if Biscuits.
No. Sword.
Yeah. If Biscuits, if you guys are ever wondering like what the slight difference between me and Garrett is we'll both think of wacky things, but then I flip a coin and then I say, nah, never mind.
Most
but
of the
Garrett,
time you don't. Yeah.
Yeah. But then Garrett's like, no, we're going
Why am I
for it.
flipping a coin?
Yeah, we're bringing the sword.
Yeah.
So I'll say one of my first items is a knife for sure.
So the difference is that we have no filter.
No. Yeah.
I have no filter.
You said we were treating this seriously. He said that. He said, I'm going to make this serious though.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, okay, fine. I would have done sword.
Yeah. No,
Right,
I
so-
did sword because I was like, a sword is the same thing as a knife, but it's longer and better. You know what? Circular saw.
Yeah, great. You just hear that happening in the woods, and the bears are like, how did he plug that in?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have knife, you have sword. What's next?
They just turn over and there's a bear running in a hamster wheel powering it. It's
Yeah.
like, he found a way. He found a way.
He found a way, run!
Don't come any closer.
Yeah. Run! I know I am. Okay, so sword and knife. What's your second thing?
Bible. Because there was
Garrett.
there's one book that you'll just continuously be able to read. You know, every other book it'll end and you'll be like, well, read that one.
Okay.
But this one, like, I could just keep reading and I would forget immediately the second I finished.
All right.
And also you could just like hit like memorizing scripture, like boom, boom, every day.
Right.
And then when you're done, you just like know this mountain worth of memorized scripture. So that's what I would do for the book.
Okay. I put water bottle. because you need that to survive 3 days.
To put your living water in.
Yeah. No, literal water. And then because if you finish it, you can just get more.
Yeah. Have you seen the show? You've never seen the show?
No, I haven't. I've experienced it.
Yeah. Yeah. I've experienced the podcast version of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, usually you can make a cup of some sort, like by hollowing out a branch, or there's like you can carve out a rock, or, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of ways you can make.
That's a lot of
things
work.
to hold.
Yeah. Go ahead. What's your next item?
I put fishing pole.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. A lot of people say like they bring like a bow and arrow to like catch bigger prey.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, fish protein is almost it's a little less efficient as like wild boar meat, or you know what I mean? But it's still got a lot of protein. But the thing is, fish are dumb.
Yeah.
To use a crossbow, you actually have to go into the woods and shoot a freaking boar or something, or a cheetah. And it's like those things are smart. Like they're not going to be near you enough to catch one. With a fishing pole, you just set that sucker out there and a fish bites it and you come home and there's a fish on the line.
Yeah.
So
I put flint.
Yep. That's
Did you
awesome.
put flint?
I did.
Yep, I
did
put
for
flint.
one of them. Yeah.
Okay, so we just got done with your next one. So then my next one is pot.
A pot. Yeah. It's a good one.
No, pot.
I just realized okay.
No,
medicinal.
No, a pot to cook in. Yeah.
How am I going to drink water? Or how am I going to boil water?
With the flint and your sword
I don't have
to start it.
But I don't
Garrett.
have something to like. I just realized I don't have something to like boil the water in.
What? You can just make something.
Nothing you can boil. I guess you could heat up like a hollowed out log enough to make it boil, but I don't know if that would work.
That's why I chose a pot.
Yeah, you're smart.
Yeah. Garrett is walking around with a broadsword.
Yeah. They're going to discover me with the Bible on my chest and my sword just out.
Yeah. All right. What's your last item?
A 20 by 20 tarp.
Oh, nice.
Because the one thing I noticed that all of these people have in common, they always whine about it, is that they're cold and the water gets in.
Yeah.
So no matter how many like palm leaves they pile up on their shelter, the water always finds some way down, unless the person brings a tarp. And then they put the tarp right on top first night number one.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a fire in there, and they're dry. And so even if it rains on the first night, like as long as you don't abuse the tarp, like it will stay water resistant, and you'll be warm in there. You can be warm.
Okay, I never thought about that. Yeah. I put a picture of my wife.
You sap.
Yeah, you put Bible. Shut up.
Yeah. Well, that's right. I forgot completely about Audrey.
Yeah.
No, I put family, and then I put family picture, and then I was like, why would I want to remember how disappointed people are in me?
Oh my gosh.
For abandoning them for 9 months.
Is it 9 months?
Yeah, usually it's like a little less than a year that they're out there. The winter.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I just picture you like with your broadsword and your flint. And you're like, yeah, but I need a fire starter. And you look, and all of a sudden you hear, and you look at your Bible.
Yeah.
and you just rip out Leviticus, and you just throw it and start a fire.
I'm like, ooh.
We can't say your favorite or your fun item you would bring.
You can take a look at it now, though, if you'd like.
Right. I'll take a look. And
You'll never guess what it is in the list.
Oh my god! Can I say it?
Go ahead.
It's coconut bra.
You said fun.
Oh my gosh!
It's as much fun as I'm gonna have by myself.
I put a raccoon skin hat. Like, you know, the ones that the
so
pioneers...
you can be like Davy Crockett out there.
I would. So people see me with a big bushy beard and like a raccoon skin hat. Like they're gonna be like, yep, not messing with that guy.
Yeah.
And then they move on to you and you just have a coconut bra and a broadsword and they're like, not messing with him either.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Man.
All right. Thank you, D. That was a wonderful question. You're a wonderful person. D
Thanks for
brought me
writing.
one of my favorite gifts that I've ever received. It's a little record player that goes on your air conditioner.
Oh,
It has
okay.
a little Beatles record, and it spins around, and you can put the little arm down on it.
That's cute. She's got
lost
me
the
nothing.
Oh.
All right, Garrett, it's that time of the episode where you give us some news that has a little global spin.
That's
to
right,
it.
Seth. It's that time again. It's time for... It didn't work.
It's okay.
I was just going to use this opportunity to tell all the banter biscuits that we are not professionals. I know it's very deceiving when you look at us, but we are not pros.
This
All right.
part's being cut out anyway.
It's that time. It's that time again. It's time for...
What's the time for, Garrett?
User on the world.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
A British court on Tuesday found 2 men guilty. Every time I read 2 men guilty, it just makes me laugh. Over the theft of a solid golden toilet from an English country house.
Wait, did they actually find them? Because I remember hearing about this in the news.
They
that it
found
was
them.
missing. Okay.
Yeah. You've
Is it
heard
us?
about this?
Is it us?
It was.
It's us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The men in black came and did the flash thing, and we forgot.
Okay, good.
The fully functioning 18-carat convenience item was stolen 5 years ago in a raid on an art exhibition at Bellingham Palace near Oxford. Of course, England has a 18-carat functioning, full solid gold toilet somewhere in the country. The artwork, dubbed America,
Okay. All right.
was one of... Now I get it. Okay,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
making sense now. Was one of the star attractions of an exhibition by Italian artist Maurizio Colleton at an 18th century stately home, the birthplace of wartime Prime Minister Winston Churchill.
Okay.
So they chose his birthplace to put this in. Jurors at Oxford Crown Court found Michael Jones, 39, guilty of burglary, and Frederick Doe, 36, guilty of conspiracy to transfer criminal property on Tuesday. He's my age.
I pictured you saying like, what was the first guy's name?
His name is Michael
Marcus
Jones.
Michael Jones found guilty of burglary. And I'm like, yeah, of course, that makes sense. And what's the second guy's name?
Frederick Doe.
Frederick Doe found guilty of 5 counts of murder.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wait.
When he killed Michael 5 times.
Yeah.
The court previously heard that the overnight raid on September 14, 2019 took just 5 minutes, with sledgehammers left at the scene.
Okay.
So,
All right.
not the tightest criminal operation that's ever
No.
happened.
Yeah, I don't
They're like,
think
what
so.
do we do with these now?
Yeah. They're like, I know. And then they just drop it on the ground and run.
Yeah. Earlier this year, a prosecutor said it was made from gold worth around 2.8 million pounds. And I went ahead and translated that to $3.5 million.
Oh, okay.
Good,
Oh,
green,
yeah.
blessed American dollars.
Yeah.
At the time, before it was split up into parts that have not since been recovered.
Oh,
So it's actually a crime and a crime of art.
yeah. It's an art crime.
Yeah. It's a crart. Jones previously said he used the toilet at Bellingham Palace the day before it was taken. So this guy goes in and
Sits
visits the
on
birthplace
it.
of Winston Churchill, takes a dump in this thing, and goes, you know what? I'm taking this.
Yeah, this is the
This is
greatest
mine now.
toilet I've ever sat on. Yeah. Man.
When asked what using the toilet was like, he told the court, "Splendid."
Okay. so British. It's so British.
He is British.
Yeah, I know. That's why. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
How was that tumble down the hill you just took?
Yeah.
Delightful.
I find the discs that have been moved in my back quite painful, sir. In fact, you might call it pleasure.
Oh my gosh. Okay. What?
All right. What the shell is in your trousers? Said a man at the TSA. Said a TSA agent to a man at a New Jersey airport on March 11.
Why? Why?
Did you not like that?
Why?
That title I made?
You just keep going.
Here, you want me to try out another one? I wrote one just in case you weren't good with that.
Dear God.
A pet turtle recently became an undercover celebrity by stowing away in a man's pants. Oh man.
The spirit of gravy garnish lives on.
It does. But this one's a lot easier.
I can't stand you.
Here's the third one.
Okay. No, you made 3.
Flight authorities were shell-shocked by what was found in a traveler's lederhosen last Tuesday morning.
The titles keep giving me more information, so he was German.
Yeah.
Okay.
A man was going through the security at a New Jersey airport, was found to have a live turtle concealed in his pants, according to the Federal Transportation Security Administration. That's the TSA.
Okay.
The people who have caught exactly 0. Actually, no. Didn't they catch a terrorist? Didn't they finally catch one?
Can you imagine if they eventually do, though? It's like he's walking through, totally looks like a terrorist, and all of a sudden they just drop a net on him. They're like, "We got him! We got one!"
That's the way that things were going in 2001.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think they've caught anybody yet. So this may be the most effective thing they've ever done. A turtle was detected after a body scanner alarm went off at the Newark Liberty International Airport. A TSA officer then conducted a pat-down on the man, and he determined that there was something concealed. When questioned further, the man reached into his pants and pulled out a live turtle wrapped in a small blue towel.
Okay.
He said, "Uh-huh. It's a red ear slider, a species that's a popular pet."
He knows the name of it.
I mean, I know what red ear sliders are. I've had them. I've had 6 or 7 of them.
Have you been to the Cleveland Hopkins Airport? I'm sure you have.
Many
times.
Many
you know
times.
How when you go through security, they have that giant glass panel case of all the weapons that they found.
Yes. Yeah.
I just picture like a turtle shell in there.
Yeah. You're like, you don't want to know. That's a bad turtle.
Yeah,
and then he pops out with some nunchucks.
Oh my gosh!
Wait, hold on.
Okay, yeah.
The guy, the TSA. Were you gonna make a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle joke?
Yeah, I kind of. Go ahead.
The man's patting him down, and he's like, he feels it on his thigh, and it's like a bump, and he's like, "Hero and a half shell," and then the guy just kneels over and goes, "Turtle power." And then the turtle just whips out nunchucks and goes, yeah.
No, but what I pictured to add just to the end of that, and the turtle goes and takes out nunchucks, and then it just goes really slowly.
Yeah, but the music is still playing, but the camera doesn't. The camera is just assuming that it's slow motion, and then it pans back, and the guys are like, "We can just dodge this." And
then they're just like,
and he's like,
and a rat just pops out of the guy's hair. He's like, "Run, Splinter, run!"
Oh my gosh, dude.
And then it's just a cutaway. Man. They're like, "Where are the other 3 turtles?" And they're just in Hawaiian shirts, just on all fours with sunglasses on, just going down like the quick
tumbling down the escalator.
They're just walking down and they go. That's amazing.
Oh my gosh, dude. Holy crap.
Oh man.
The man whose name was not released, go figure, was escorted from the checkpoint area by a Port Authority police and ended up missing his flight over this.
Yeah.
I just want to be like, was it worth it? Was it worth trying to take your turtle with you in your pants?
No.
The turtle was confiscated.
Yeah?
And it's not clear if it was the man's actual pet or not.
Okay.
Uranus is glowing. A team of astronomers.
Shut up.
Had made a groundbreaking discovery.
If this were court, Garrett, this would be premeditated assault.
This took me 20 minutes to do. I spent 20 minutes on this morning.
Are we 12, Garrett?
Yeah. A team of astronomers have made a groundbreaking discovery about the Gregorian planet. Infrared auroras, magnetic colorful displays. There's actual news here.
Okay.
Have been confirmed via remote imaging. The displays are caused by a magnetic and chemical reaction in the planet's atmosphere. The discovery provides insights into why Uranus and other gas giants are hotter than predicted by solar heating alone. So basically, we've been looking up at these outer planets, the gas giants, and wondering, like, why are they so hot? They're really far away from the sun. So basically, they think it's like a combination of, like, the aurora borealis that we get here in the northern parts. It's like a combination of that magnetic force and like atmospheric friction or whatever, like things flying by. It causes them to be like really hot.
Okay.
So it's like 500 degrees Celsius.
All right.
So there you go. They're looking into why Uranus is so hot up there. News from Cincinnati.
This is the last one, right?
This is the last one.
Okay.
On March 21st.
Okay, good. That title, too, was also not threatening. Thank you.
I know. This happened while I was waiting.
Yeah.
I just added one. News from Cincinnati. On March 21st, a librarian in Cincinnati, Ohio. Congratulations. You guys finally made the news.
Yeah, we have a library.
Yeah. That's it. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Said a copy of The Wild West by Bertland W. Sinclair is finally returning into circulation after being returned from a 98-year past its due return. So this book has been checked out of this library for 98 years, and that was said completely incorrect, but you get what I'm saying.
Literally post-World War I, but barely, like a decade.
Right. The Cincinnati and Hamilton County Public Library said on social media that the book was checked out in 1926 and returned to the Prince Hill branch in late 2024 by the family that borrowed it when they reportedly found it on a shelf of a recently deceased family member. So he had apparently forgot to return that book. The library was thankful, but said it already had bought a new copy of the book shortly after it had failed to return.
Yeah, but it already bought a new copy of the book 98 years ago.
Yeah. But thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for getting right on that return.
Yeah, let me go talk to my manager, and they just go put the book by a tombstone.
Yeah. They open up the sarcophagi like area of the library, and all of the previous managers. Library presidents are in there. Christopher Smith, the librarian, said the library no longer decided to charge a late fee, but estimated that the 98-year overdue book would incur about $730 in fines had they charged them. So, and that's it for my button doesn't work.
Around the world.
News around the world.
All right, all you banter biscuits, if you guys have any topic ideas, suggestions, or better titles for news around the world to come up with rather than the monstrosities that Garrett is pushing out on a weekly basis, please feel free to email us at bantergravy@gmail.com. And hey, maybe even your topic idea suggestion might make it on the show.
And don't be slow to conceal your fanfare for this podcast. Take care.
What?
They conceal the turtle. Okay, bye.